Leo, welcome to Intuitive to You. I'm Kiara. I'm not here for likes, shares, or subscriptions, though I did hear that it helps the energy to move around. I was very heavy for the first couple readings. I only have Leo and Cancer left. So, I only have Sagittarius and Cancer left. I'm doing Leo. But I just feel more woke. Okay? I feel like cleaning also. So you could finally be activated. Activated was the theme of this moon here. So energy could be on people, places, circumstances. This is a full moon reading 6 months ago. So the last 6 months you were playing out a cycle called Don't Play With This. Okay, I don't know what this is because I didn't watch the readings. I just want to get the title so y'all know how far to go back and see like when this started and how we got here. Started 6 months ago in the new moon in Pisces. You got the vow out here with the knot toes. There's a promise to end something, a promise to change something forever here with the threshold. You're finally actually executing that promise. And that's what I'm talking about. This is a process. Nothing just up and happen. Everything is a process. So there was a promise that was made. Don't play with this. There was something you were supposed to be doing, something you were supposed to be ending, and it looks like it's finally here. Now remember, I don't do birthdays like that. I don't really care for it. I'm talking about energy. Energy is everywhere. Even in Christmas, we be in Leo energy. Because what do? We play games. That's competition. That's ruled by Leo. So come on, y'all. You know, the vow here, the solar plexus energy all around it. There was some type of creative project here that you promised to end. Stop working with somebody. Stop doing something. You're finally just now doing it with the threshold. Continue to speak to me, please, Spirit, for the energy of Leo. I feel like I shorted my intro here. Queen of Wands just came out. Your confidence is out here with the Knight of Coins. So you finally doing it. You've been slowly doing something here because you didn't have the confidence. Now you have the confidence. You're putting the offer up. This moon is giving you the resources that you need here. The Hermit here, the wisdom, the inspiration that you need to finally execute something. Because also that Hermit is Virgo season. So the tools, the analytics. Pool is open. Just popped up on my screen. Only pool I can think of is a pool of emotion, because I know it's storming like crazy about, outside right now. So I'm like, what? They said the pool is open. Do y'all thing. You may be a swimmer or swimming. Water aerobics may be something that you may want to get into here, because I do see that you've been moving slow. You need to get more active here. But look, there's an ending out here with the World card, the Natos, that Scorpionic energy. Something has finally broken out here, okay? Don't play with this. I'm going to rewatch all of these readings in my spare time, and then I'm going to watch these to bring it on up. So altogether, I'll be watching 24 readings, but I don't upload back to back to where you can't catch up. Yeah, you finally know what you want. This is what got you like, hold up. Some of y'all just had a baby too. Y'all got a family, and you know that now that you have a family, that you got to do what you got to do, and you got to stop doing some things. Now is the time here, because something has been birthed. So for y'all that don't have a family, some of y'all, like if you got a new job, or you got a new baby, or you got a new house, there's a newness here that's giving you the inspiration to be like, I can no longer do that. I can no longer put that off. I need to do this now. So if you're a smoker, you've been saying you don't want to smoke. Well, you just moved into a new place. You don't want to put the smoke in your new furniture. So this is the time. This is a good incentive. You got a new baby. You don't want to smoke around the baby. This is that. Confidence was what was lacking here, even if you're a man. Yes. Also, a Sagittarius could be in play here, but whatever the case is, or if you have this in your chart, there is a counterpart that's coming in. There's a big boy type energy, and when I say that, I'm not talking about a man necessarily, but it's this, this big dog emperor type energy that's coming towards you, which is why you got to stop doing something. Like, you got to start getting ready for something is what I see here. You already know what time it is. It's like you knew something's coming a long time ago, but it's way too close for you to play now is what I'm picking up. Continue to speak to me, please, Spirit, for the energy of Leo. Yeah, that's what this say. Don't play with this. It's Six of Wands is out here with the Page of Coins. Announcement. You could have just got the date, That's a pinnacle right there, a page of pinnacle. And then this is an announcement. So you could have finally got the date for something, or you finally got the key to something. So nah, you can't play no more. Like, this is it. This is as far as you can stall. Something's got to move now. The Chariot here, something's got to move now with suspension. You cannot stay still anymore. The Chariot talks about forward movement and success, and the suspension talks about taking a break out for retrospective. Two of Pentacles just came out in reverse. This is something that hasn't revved up, but you got the key. You're sorry to your family and friends, but you got to focus on you right now. That's a Nine of Pentacles altogether. You got to do what you got to do, because there's some errands or some things that you need to do, a mindset that you need to get in if you want to what? Be this Queen energy. You could be coming into a relationship or a contract where some things are just a no-no. They don't like that promiscuous energy. They don't like you dressing like that, talking like that, going to those places. You can't do those drugs. You can't have that hair color. You can't have loudness in the background. Like, it's something there with this Two of Wands. The decision has been made here. Four of Cups is out here with the Two of Cups. That's the Six of Cups here. And the Knight of Flowers. You swiftly have to tell people out with the old, in with the new. You can't, there's a sense of urgency that's out here. And that makes sense, because 6 months ago you were told, whatever they said, don't play with it. And I have to see how they go together, because I don't know. There's a lie. Secretly. Here comes that Emperor. I'm picking up on somebody who's been downplaying themselves, stalling from saying something as long as they could, because you didn't want to offend people. These two pages out here, who did these two pages come out in? Capricorn. This could be a set of twins that's coming in, a girl and a boy. This could be two mentees, this could be two different versions of a conversation. Where after this, you see where somebody's head at? Yeah, conversation. You got to move on here. You got to leave this out for this new opportunity here, because it's not going to balance out and make sense. Sorry. Minor Arcana for what? Death, which is what? The Natos over here. You stressed out now. I'm hearing the wait is over. Sometimes it takes 1,000 tries to win. That's what this is. It's time. This energy with this moon was more about activation and revealing than releasing anything, because there's a clarity that's being provided by the universe right now between all these retrograde planets and, you know, the full moon and just the season that we're in. We were just in the season of exposing, and now we're in the season of analytics. So those two seasons right there talk about, you know, going deep and observing. Libra, not so much necessarily, but Scorpio is another planet of going deep and investigating. So you got shark and mouse out here. Rat energy here. You know, you can't have this energy around you, these people around you. Do nothing pose and butterfly. You have to transform right now. You have to rest and get ready. There's some type of social status that is coming in for you where you can't do none of the stuff you used to do here. And it's big with the dinosaur here. And the people around you with the Sphinx being in reverse, they know who you are and what you got going on too. I.e., can't make this up. I'm a real estate broker now. I got a lot of licenses now. I have a firm, I have a school, I'm a notary. I'm doing all these different, community things. And I got into a little exchange with a police officer, and I had to really calm my nerves and handle it as professional and politically correct as possible, despite the fact that he was pissing me off and getting under my skin, because I can't really afford to be getting into trouble or having a type of reputation where, the truth is I'm about that life, but it's got to be important now. Because we can't do that no more, So I was like really, really like under a lot of pressure, because I was like the old me, the new me, the old me, the new me. But even if I had a little relapse with my temper in the most recent past, I wouldn't dare do it now. It's not the time for that. We got too many people depending on us talking to us, engaging with us. I cannot afford to act this way. Get back to the basics in woman. So even if you're a man, you need to get more into your femininity. You need to take care of grooming, get your rest, drink your water. You need to meditate. You need to read. You need to be your ass at the house right now. You don't got time for all of this. And if you didn't know, now you know. That's exactly what this is. Wherever you have peace and harmony on the bottom of the deck. Libra season, there's an upgrade. You don't have time. The rise and fall of stars. Whoever this is, just collectively, this is an exalted energy. So this could just be collectively the chosen energies that are now coming into abundance, coming into authority, and now you cannot do that stuff anymore. But the people around you know that too. So I hate to say it, but don't be surprised if they be the ones that tempt you. Specifically family and friends, because they already know. They may get pissed off at you and be like, I'm gonna make them act up and I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna put them viral. See how much business they get then. They might get pissed off and be like, let's go give her bad reviews. It ain't gonna kill you, but it's gonna delay. Do not be tempted to lower your standards here. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Peace and harmony. What I just say? This is going to be a sibling or a friend or a coworker that you thought was close. Somebody like that. With this deep friendship with someone of the same sex, and do not be tempted to lower your standards. This could be a sister. This could be your mom and you could be a woman. This could be your dad and you're a male. It's someone that you feel like I can have the talk with you. Like, you're a woman. You get it. Also, Spirit is telling me intuitively, you're an attorney. So you get it. You do real estate. You get it. You're a doctor. I'm a doctor. We can have the talk. No, you cannot. Stay 110% professional with all these mother suckers. Do not lose your composure for nothing, because guess what? Even if you're in the same industry, you are elite. You are a leader and you are the authority over them. And even if you don't know that, they know that. This is like two realtors having a personal conversation about, I don't know. As a realtor, I can't say something like, oh, that's a black community. It can be a black community all day. And for those of you who are not in the professional realm, y'all can play and say that all day. But in the real world, where money is exchanged, where law exists, we are not allowed to say stuff like this. I don't care about your opinion. It's on paper that is called steering, and that is called blockbusting, and that is illegal. We are not allowed to use terms in that manner. You don't have my license. You didn't get my credentials, so you would not know that. But those people are the ones that's going to try to get you to say, you can say that to me, we're good. No, we're not, because we are not the same. We're not being held the same standards. If you go back and say, yeah, my realtor got me in a nice all black community, I can be sued. I can also be disbanded from my licenses. I cannot say that. If you don't know that, I know that. So why would I allow myself to be, this is that Capricorn energy, dark side activated, to let somebody piper me into saying something, fiddle me and finesse me, seduce me into doing something I know damn well I can't do anymore. Leo, don't play with this. Whatever this is, that's a perfect example. Oh, they're not a realtor, so they don't know the law, so they wouldn't get me in trouble. That's precisely why they may get you in trouble, because they're not a realtor. They don't know the law. They're just talking. But another hating ass agent who's competing with you, who sees you at competition, may hear them and say, oh, now what'd she say? Okay, and they can put a case in against me. Very interesting energy that I'm looking at right here, but this is what's being revealed. You're having to openly draw the line here. You're having to openly create a border. Someone told me that, I forgot, she used a certain term for people having a real information out on the internet. And I was like, I ain't know. Scorpionic energy with the Thanatos again. Thanatos, who's Scorpio's energy, who's innocent, scandal. They were vibing with Aries, which is called a strong arm situation, Scorpio part 2. That's what you have out here. Y'all be careful. You need to defend yourself. And then January, I'm not saying it's an actual literal Capricorn, because I'm an actual literal Capricorn, but remember, we do energy and not signs. The Capricornian energy has the ability to manipulate the matrix, to manipulate shadow energy, to provoke it. They can go higher and say, I'm not going to do that. But if they want to go low, they will take you to hell. Devil energy. Someone is getting in this energy right now. You should accept valid criticism and a sincere wish will be granted. They feel like, first of all, I just heard this is a warning. And I also just heard, hold on. Hey, Siri. When is R. Kelly's birthday?
R. Kelly was born the 8th of January, 1967 and is 56 years old.
Yeah. I referenced the Pied Piper, which is what R. Kelly used to call himself. You'll hear it in some of his songs. He'll say, Pied Piper. Okay, well, today I heard it in the Capricorn energy, dark side activated, and I looked it up. And that mythology is someone, this community hired this professional to come and get rats out of their community. We had mouse, whatever. Anyway, to get rats out of their community. Oh, here it is, right here. We had mouse, okay? So here we go, shark with mouse, to get these rats out of their community, okay? So he played a fiddle and they danced out of the town. Well, then the people in the town said they wasn't gonna pay him. So he came back and he played it and took their children, which is something that is near and dear to people. Well, we just talked about this solar plexus and some type of creative energy that's here, that's ending some other things, like a way of life, because you now have this, because this has been birthed, because you have this contract, this promise, you can no longer do XYZ. Well, that's what this is. Now, that's R. Kelly. I just heard this is a warning. That's another one of his songs. This is a warning that if you're not at home in the privacy of your house, you at work, whoever y'all are, wherever you have this at, be on your P's and Q's. Wherever you're at work if you ain't by your damn self or you ain't at home. You need to be very careful about the people that you're allowing around you right now, because they could be the ones to stab you in the back. This is that dark side activated. Now, R. Kelly lyrics keep popping in my head. That's why I asked, when is his birthday? He's a Capricorn. Dark side activated. That's a very sick way. No shade to him. I love R. Kelly's music. But that's a very sick way to use that tag, the Pied Piper, because he's been accused of what? Sleeping with children. I ain't say it was true or not true. I just told you I love his music one way or another. But on his personal life, I'm sure he knew the story of the Pied Piper. Did anyone else? It's just interesting that that's what he called himself, and then he got accused of. That's like self-incriminating to me. But he thought he was smarter than everybody else. Or did he? Or did people just not look? Because if we wanted to look, you see I just did, and then boom, you know. That's the thing, you know. If people want to look, they can find. So you need to know right now that you're being looked at. Please accept this valid criticism, because guess what? You about to get something. April with a tower out here. This is Taurus energy. This was bound to go down. I haven't done their reading yet, but with the Taurus energy, that is love and money. It talks about stability. Also, April is giving me Aries energy as well. So you might just want to be careful. Like I said, if you ain't by yourself, you at work. And be careful of the people around you. Temporary situation, family sorrow, because it'll be them. You can't play with them anymore. You can't do that. Because they might just be telling a friend, and then they friend like, oh, they could know you. April is out here. Why is April showing itself, Spirit, as a time frame? You could have submitted some applications, or you could have made this promise around April. What was 6 months ago? Was January, February. Oh, nah, fair woman. Woo! April, and then Gemini. You could have took a test or got some type of credential in April. Great worry over nothing, and you are hardly thought of. Yeah, this is when you got this. You got this. It's new. So you got endorsed with whatever this is around April. You could have been preparing for it 6 months ago with this. Don't play with this. You could have been preparing for something. You got it in April, and now it's time for you to start acting like it. That's exactly what I'm picking up for y'all. Because you can't do what the other children are doing. Okay, you just can't. You can get fired. You can get in trouble. Do not allow people that's trying to get evidence on you. Now, if they see this, the Wheel of Fortune, this changes out here with this Seven of Swords here. Don't allow this to sneak up on you. And they're like, hey, can I talk to you? You know, can you come in the office on this day? Like, sure. And you get reprimanded for some shit that you said in confidence to someone you thought was a friend. You are now at work. And that's crazy that I'm saying this, because I literally swear to y'all, I just had this conversation. I had someone call me this morning, a really good friend of mine, and he's like, hey, can you look this up for real estate? And I said, hey, look, I don't mind recanting this back to you and giving you some feedback as a friend, but this is how this works. The most I can tell you is this, and I had to keep saying, even though this was my friend, I had to keep saying I haven't looked, you know, officially, and, you know, hypothetically speaking, and, well, I'm just asking because if then, we'll have to see, because if you calling me as a friend asking me how the weather is doing and how are my girls, that's one question. If you're calling me asking about real estate, I am now at work and I have to act like it. So I can't just be like, yeah, because guess what? He was actually calling for somebody else. So as soon as he went and repeated what I would have said to him in confidence as a friend to somebody else, and they ran with it and started telling people that, well, this one realtor said, no, I would be in trouble. Who said that? Or where's she at? Or what's her name? I'm on Google. Oh, that was the other thing. Somebody was saying, oh, you know, you don't want people to expose your information on YouTube. And I'm like, well, what would they expose? And they're like, well, they could find out your real name. And I'm like, we're not supposed to tell people our real name? Because I got a whole website called kthawkins.com down below with all my stuff down there. All my information there. So anything I say it with my chest. Shit, I ain't hiding. I told y'all how old I was. You damn near know my placements. If you listen to it, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I stand ready and willing to be accountable for anything that is repeated back to me within its proper and original context and entirety, if need be. See how I had to put all that together? You're at work, you know, and this is very spiritual for me, but this too is a form of work. Why? Because I charge people sometimes. The empress in the world here. You can't act like a peasant anymore. You are more groomed. Ain't nothing wrong with it if you want to go outside and dance in the street and get dirty and just be humble. But when you get through, you have somewhere to be. You have things to do. People who are looking for you and decisions that you're making for a bigger purpose. 5 of coins. So you got to leave some lifestyle, some people, some person or something out in the cold wherever this goes in your chart. If this is a job, when you was at the entry level and you was playing, it was all cool. But when you are the actual, you done got this promotion. They was talking about promoting you back then. You got promoted in April. Well, now, guess what? You're up for review. They're asking the people, how do you feel about Kira as a manager? How does she do this? How does she deal with this? Have you had any run-ins with her? And you like, oh, this going to be good. Little do you know, somebody's in there right now saying, well, I just think that she could be more serious as a manager. And you like, what? I didn't want to be disrespectful or overwhelming since I got this promotion. I wanted to act as normal as possible, but that's not how they're taking it. They're taking it as you need to act like a manager. And it's really salty, which, Leo, you had that reading. These people are so salty. That was your last series. You might want to check that out. Wherever you got Leo in your chart, they're salty. Alright, I think that's all I have. The dead end out here with apocalypse. This is the end of this. This is broken down and been swept on up. And it's crazy because I know, you know, my homeboy felt some type of way for a second because he was quiet and then he stuttered a little bit. But he finally said, if it were me, in his industry, he would have XYZ. So why should it be any difference? On top of the fact that I had to point out to him that even though he's not consciously doing it on purpose, you are currently using me, not utilizing me. If you want to utilize me as a protected resource, then you would make sure that these people pay a retainer or do a contract or call me directly. But you're using me now. You don't really care what happens because you're trying to get information and you're trying to make a move. So you're willing to say and do what needs to happen at my expense to get them on board. So I have to look out for me and say, hold on, now look, I love you, but I even told them, hey, I appreciate the lead, but I may have to pass this one to another one of my colleagues because I don't work like this. And I don't want you to be slighted or confused by our friendship, because I'm telling you that if I were working with a stranger, I need XYZ done. And he's like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, take him to school. But I would have been wrong to just be sitting over here salty and just saying anything to get him off the phone, or get off the phone with him to call somebody else and say, man, he had the audacity. No, you had the audacity, because regardless of what anybody else wants to tell you about yourself, know thyself to honor thyself. You know what you got going on. You know what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be talking and how you're supposed to act at the end of the day. He tried to convince me a couple times that it would be okay if XYZ. He cannot tell me that, because I am the authority in this situation. I'm the licensee, I'm the firm owner, I'm the liability. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to follow the code that's going to keep me safe and paid. And if not, I'm not going to do it. You can't tell me what keeps me safe and paid. We in two different industries. But what idiot would I have been to let him? That's what I'm asking y'all. Don't be idiots. I ain't used that word on camera in a long time. Don't be that. You will be an idiot if you allow this to happen. If you allow your friend that's a nursing student to come into your tattoo shop and tell you it's okay if you don't clean this and that, you can use that needle, you're retarded. Because as soon as they get infected and they go to the hospital, the next thing that's going to be coming out of somebody's mouth is, oh, they should have known better. Oh, your life is on the line. Oh, this is permanent. Oh, well, you know, they how are they your friend and they allowed this to happen? Don't be that person. Don't even rock the boat. This is that. Letting your mother come in and talk to a client about their help at your physician's office. And now that client is suing you. And you like, Mom, why did you do this? You didn't disclose? And your mom like, oh, they was sweet. Why did you hire your mom? What if my mom is a dope holistic healer? That's what Dr. CB went to jail for, because he was a dope holistic healer, but that shit hadn't been FDA approved, or whatever they are. It hadn't been approved. Yeah, it's a conspiracy, this, and that, but that's my point. There's always an enemy, a conspiracy, a hater lurking around the corner. Do not be an idiot. And if you don't know, you're always at work. If you're not at work, you're at work. I could not tell actually I could. See, that's what I'm saying though. When you walk your walk and talk your talk, the way I'm seeing whoever I'm talking to with this energy, the way y'all coming into this authority, this ain't nothing new to y'all. This something serious, because I don't have to play like I'm at work. Yeah, time to go out and have fun. I'm always at. I really truly am, you know. So you ain't got to worry about me slipping up drunk, telling a family member or a friend that that's an all black neighborhood. I already use terms and terminology along the lines of, it's a diverse community. Why don't you go over there? If there's a community function, like for instance, I just went to Happy Black Parents. It's a homeschooling group. The name is Happy Black Parents, so I'm gonna say it was Happy Black Parents. However, it was not all black. Somebody did ask me, oh, it's for black moms? I said, I don't know if that is the mission statement. I would have to verify that, because it was a very diverse group. Either way, I enjoyed all of the women. I can say that it is for homeschool parents in the community, and it's called Happy Black Parents. Whether or not that's their statement, and you know, I don't think they would like tell you can't come in if you were of another race, but that is what it's called. Even talking to my friends, I'm clear like that, because you know, it really is truly who I am. You have time to go out and have fun. Temptation will test you in a goal-oriented person. Now that you are on your path and everybody can see it, Leo energy, wherever you have this in your chart, now that you're in this relationship and everybody can see it, now that you're in this new house, this new car, got this new best friend, and everyone can see it, this is when people are coming to tempt you to get out of character or sabotage it. And it could definitely be a family member or friend, because you feel comfortable. This is a relationship. You finally in a relationship. You're engaged. You already talked. You met somebody about 6 months ago. Y'all already talked about this energy, you know, around April. Y'all sat down and poured it out. Y'all passed. So y'all good. Y'all here. Well, now all of a sudden somebody's like, remember when you used to be a stripper? You still talk to old girl? Trying to get you to self-incriminate. Think about who you are now. Somebody say, oh, remember when you used to be a stripper? You know, I think that's highly disrespectful to my current situation. If that's a conversation you want to have in private with me, since you were there, that's something we can do in private. But I don't think my husband would kind of appreciate that, even though we've come to terms. That's kind of a private situation at this point. It's not just about me. Out of respect for his reputation as well, I would like to be more future focused or future oriented. No, I didn't say I wasn't a stripper. I'm not saying we can't talk about it. I'm saying this is not the time and place. You still talk to old girl? Excuse me. Out of respect for my current situation, I would like to not have that conversation. Your spouse saying, I don't think your spouse is going to be the one like, so do you? Because y'all already came to terms on something. This is everybody else trying to get you to act crazy. This is me right now as a business owner with this officer. Like, you know what? He trying to get me to just cuss him out. And I bet you somebody recorded. And now, boom, here we go. Don't do it. Remember who you are. Remember what you have. April there again with broken ring. That's when you said, I ain't going to do this no more, or I'm changing. And somebody, look, pay attention to your finances here. And then what is that? Getting together with friends. I'm telling you, they going to be the ones. Like, let's just see if so-and-so really changed. I ain't going to beat a dead horse. So y'all, links to persons are below. Oh, my goodness. Plenty of material things. Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. And then you have pay attention to your finances. I don't think this is a warning. I think that you are swimming in money. Look at that. Focus on that. Your career and your abundance. This is important. So when they come in, they trying to come with that mess and they trying to tempt you and annoy you, focus on that. I just left a real estate event. So I had, I looked like how I'm supposed to look as far as my professional setting here. And somebody was like, oh, you look nice. I said, thank you so much. Then that same person circled around and said, you're turning heads. I said, I'm sorry, is there something I can help you with? He's not about to bait me into any other conversation. I don't care, Now, if I was somewhere else, I would have told him, get out my ass. That's what I would have told him. I would have said, get out my ass, like, cut it out. This isn't that. I also would have confronted him like that if I was in a more informal setting, like having drinks, like, hey, this ain't that, But because I was in this meeting with everyone, all put together, I just said, is there something I can help you with? And he was like, oh, my bad. It's like, yeah, because see, you can say without saying. All right. Which is also why I try to fit. Be careful where you going. We talked about that. Be mindful of that. Narcissist here, you know better. What I wore, which is very nice and everything, but I wouldn't wear that to Target. I wouldn't wear that on my everyday errand. I only put those type of clothes on when I'm going to be at a speaking engagement or a filmed activity. That's not this. I'm here. This is who I wish I could be all day. But we live in a matrix. We got to pay bills. And my natal chart says go be a business owner. But I know that, like, I meet with some of my clients that are on contract that are like I've been with for a second. I'll meet with them like this and we talk and we have coffee and we do that. But when I first meet them, no, I'll clean it up or, at least give them a blazer, and just kind of give them my best foot forward and let them know who they are and set the expectation and the anticipation for later on. You may see me in a hoodie. You may see me in a sweater. This is one of my favorite ones. I wear it all the time. It's clean. Like, I'll just, have that chat. I love to drink coffee. These your kids. Okay, you can bring them. Oh, well, look, I have XYZ going on. So if they were, if you were to bring your pet, this is how this would have to happen. But then, yes, further on in the relationship, I don't mind. But remember, you have to set those parameters. Don't let them, they can't tell me, oh yeah, I'm bringing my son. He loves to jump in mud. Excuse me, he can't have muddy shoes on my leather. No. Now, I'll set the expectation. I have children. I homeschool. I love children. They're always invited. I just want to be mindful that, there are some things that are a little costly to get fixed in maintenance. If we can Oh, I get you, because he do be jumping in mud. See how they know? Like, yeah, so in that case, would you, oh no, I got you. And they'll see me and say, Miss Kiera, I carried him so he couldn't jump in no mud. I say, well, thank you. Let's get him in the car and let's get out of here so he don't get no mud to jump in. Period. But it's the fact that you would not say anything and just allow someone to play with your future here, with the rocking horse here that's inconsistent, in the airplane here. And lion, Leo, alligator. There's someone lying in wait, waiting to snatch an opportunity from you because they didn't think you was going to get it in the first place. What was Aquarius? Nah, fact checked it. Redemption at the gates. That's your opposite. They already didn't think you was going to get here anyway, so they're waiting for redemption at the gates. And here you come, waiting to sabotage. So please don't play with this. I love y'all. I won't ramble or storytell any further. Thank you for the burst of sun, whoever you are, wherever you have Leo in your chart. And until we meet again, y'all keep growing.